James Wellness, this wine is next. This is Gary Farrell, Gaps Crown Vineyard, Sonoma Coast, Pinot Noir, 2016 vintage. Stay tuned and I'll tell you more about this wine. So I was on a Zoom tasting with other wine journalists, and it was hosted by Teresa Heredia. She is the winemaker at Gary Farrell, an expert winemaker and specializing in Pinot Noir and other wine grapes, and exquisite winemaker, attention to detail, and super friendly and approachable. Here we go with this wine, Gaps Crown Vineyard 2016 vintage, Sonoma Coast, and back label for you to look at here. And so you can see this is bottle number 3271, 618 cases made, 14.1% ABV wine. Now let me show you the map where Gaps Crown Vineyard is right here. So you can see where it is positioned. Now the site is varied in terms of its elevations between 300 to 600 feet above sea level, which is about 91 to 182 meters above sea level. And so when you look at that, you have such interesting characterization of site, right? And so I think it's a really great experience of thinking about this, talking about your wines, thinking about where they're coming from, and how even temperature and elevation, and then you enter into winemaking and how that even adds another layer of complexity and refinement, by the way. So here we go first, and I'm talking about the vinification of this wine. So vinification of this wine is hand sorted. 85% of this is destemmed and then transferred to an open top tank, and then 15% of this fruit is added later as a whole cluster. The juice for each tank is then chilled down to 45 degrees Fahrenheit or 7.2 degrees Celsius, and then cold soaked for 5 days prior to fermentation. After fermentation, the new wine and solids sit in tank for 10 to 15 days for maceration. Then the wine is gently pressed off the skins and seeds and then inoculated with malolactic fermentation. So then the wine is then racked into French barrels. 40% of that is new for 15 months on primary lees. So this is red and black cherry notes, dark red rose petal, a bit of lavender and spice, and graphite notes. And next, the palate characterization. And the colorization is a medium garnet colorization, semi-vitreous. Red cherry notes on this, as well as pomegranate notes, red tea leaf notes, as well as I'm getting a notation of graphite, so that minerality is coming through. Additional to that, I would taste some pepper, and finishing off with a bit of gentle spice on this. So this is a 94 point wine out of 100 points, and more information on the producer will be listed down below. Questions and comments you can list there, and the like button is there. So if you like this video, please hit that button. So between videos, we can have a conversation. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. And my podcasts are on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And I'll post other Gary Farrell reviews I've done right up here. So thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Santé.